Okay, this is a video solution of section 11.5, problem number 2. It has to do with probability and permutations, and because it's a long problem, I'm going to split it up into 2 videos. We have 6 comics that are going to be performing in different order, and the first probability asks us to find the probability that comic B is first. Any probability is always calculated by finding the number of ways of the particular event happening, so in this case the number of ways that B is first, divided by the total possible ways that the event could occur. The bottom number will be always consistently the total possible way. Because in this case order is important, we're talking about permutations and not combinations. So the formula is slightly different for the permutation counting formula, n factorial over n minus r factorial. So it's a little different than combinations. So we'll do the bottom first. That one is just a little easier. So we're looking at the overall total possible ways these 6 comics could be selected. That means we're actually taking the 6 comics and selecting all 6 of them. So in this case, n and r are actually the same number. So when you plug them into the formula, n and r, you actually get 0 factorial in the denominator. And I know we're taught 0 can't go in the denominator, but 0 factorial is not the same as 0. 0 factorial is defined mathematically. You don't have to calculate it. It's always 1. So 0 factorial is the number 1. So 6 factorial divided by 1 is just 6 factorial. And so that answer is 720. So the denominator is 720. Then we have to calculate the numerator, the number of ways that B could be selected first. Well, if you think about it, there's 6 people. If B is selected first, then there's no choice there. That one is fixed. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we have to select from. So if B was eliminated, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comics, and we're still selecting all 5 of them. So it's similar. We have 5 comics and we're selecting 5 of them. So the process works exactly the same as it did for the 6, and we end up with 5 factorial, which is 120. So the probability, the solution that B is selected first is the 120 of selecting B first, the number of permutations, over the 720. 120 actually divides evenly into both of these, so it simplifies to be 1/6. So the solution is 1/6. So the next video will have the rest of the solutions. This particular problem A is critical to solving some of the remainder problems. So you may want to watch this a couple of times before you look at the rest.